Hi everybody.
We're back. I haven't even had a chance to look at this. We're back. Miles is giving me a random piece of paper again. It's green.
We've run out of white paper.
Okay. Okay, so it's on the Arcturians. We haven't done the Arcturians before, have we?
No.
Okay. They're similar to the Greys, which are the more well-known.
You see in movies.
Yeah, they're like the typical extraterrestrials you see in media, you know.
Actually, they're not actually called greys. They're actually, there is a proper name for them.
Okay.
But it's very long and I can't remember it.
Okay, but we're not talking about the Greys.
No.
We're going to
Ceylon reticuli, that's their name.
How did you just randomly remember that? But
They're not actually grey, they're actually like dark. Actually no.
We're not talking about the Greys, we're talking about the Arcturians, which are very similar to
I
the Greys.
remembered their name.
We're talking about the Arcturians.
Yeah.
Let's not get sidetracked, otherwise we're gonna be here forever.
Let's just go.
They are short-ish in height, standing to about 1.2 to 1.4 meters, which to us is about 3.9 to 4.5 feet tall, which is quite a decent amount shorter than us. They...
But as tall as the Pleiadians, which are...
Yes, they are very tall. They have large black eyes, but the most obvious difference is they have blue skin. They're typically considered mammalian, but they also have like a high amphibian DNA content. So there's a lot of...
We're not good on DNA.
The Arcturians are a race of benevolent extraterrestrials, so they're actually
nice ones.
They're relatively nice, I guess, to some degree. I don't know, maybe.
There's probably a limit.
Obviously, there's always a limit. And they're from Arcturus Prime, which is a planet in the Arcturus System, nearly 37 light years away from Earth. That's a very far. That's a long way. In the constellation of, how do I pronounce this without sounding stupid? Boötes? It's basically just, I do not know how to pronounce it. There's a weird
name for it and we can't pronounce it.
It's spelt like Boötes. But there's a weird...
We'll put it in the descriptions.
And they come in 3 subspecies, which is interesting. So you got the Arcturians, they have 3 subspecies, which are the... Oh my god. Dieslentiplex, Korendians, and Devonians.
We'll not remember that, but...
Nope. And they don't have gender.
Oh.
So they don't have male or female or whatever.
There's no gender.
Their young just stays inside like a pouch, which is similar to
kangaroo.
Yeah, similar to kangaroos. And then when offspring is ready to be born, the parents' the parents' consciousness inhabits the young baby who does not yet have a consciousness. And then the adult body then dies due to lack of conscious attention. So as soon as an Arcturian has a child, their consciousness goes from the adult to the child, and so the adult body dies.
Sounds so shit.
That's insane. So...
it's a bit scary, though.
It is a little bit scary. But they are herbivorous or / vegan. And they're telepathic. So since they don't view time as like linear, it is literally impossible to tell how old they are. Although they obviously live for a very long time. But also, like, doesn't that mean like the same consciousness goes through generations? So technically it's kind of like the same Arcturian, just reborn over and over again, with them like knowledge accumulating over time.
They get experience.
That's really interesting. Anyways.
So that just popped in my head.
So the Arcturians are peaceful, they're loving, the highly spiritual beings, and they have highly advanced technology.
I'm more interested in the spirituality.
There's not a lot of information here about that.
Oh.
And there are members who want a better future for humanity, so many reincarnate as humans to help them out, known as starseeds. I've heard that term before.
And
strangely
that,
on TikTok.
My Reiki master reckons I am a starseed.
I know it's possible. And then some Arcturians, specifically the one I struggled to pronounce, Dieslentiplex.
That name.
They're the ones that create crop circles of an idea embedded in human subconsciousness. Which resurfaces when you see this in the media, and it activates their DNA. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So crop circle symbols are
them.
Some Arcturians specifically a certain subspecies. So that's everything you had given me.
Yeah.
So that's what we have on Arcturians.
So it's bye from me.
And it's bye from me.